Hello and welcome back to the 7th episode of the Scandinavia off-road trip. In the previous episode we met up with Luuk and Emma of Skipmate, and in this episode we continue traveling together. Luuk and Emma had a quite interesting adventure themselves, where right as they passed us for the first time, Luuk's Transalp decided to blow out his fork seals. This resulted in them having to wait around for a week, while we, unknowingly, made a small loop and returned at the same place a week later. And as fate may have it, this was exactly when they repaired the fork seals and were back on track. And I'm very sorry about your fork seals, Luuk, but I'm very happy it happened because, man, riding together was amazing. Now, we had so much fun that in this next part I actually kind of forgot to record. Luckily though, Luuk and Emma made some amazing shots and were kind enough to let me use them.
We weet niet of het lekker is. Ja. Holy shit, oké. Dat is een van de luxste wc's die ik heb gezien.
It was funny to notice that every time we had a campfire and we sat around it, we stayed up later and later, and especially at this camping spot, the moment we went to bed there was already some frost on the tents and it was really cold and really dark, which for Wouter and myself was the first time it actually got dark again since the North Cape, where the sun never set. This next part was a bit tricky though. I almost crashed because my brakes suddenly didn't work anymore. This was a combination between my brake pads just being worn down completely and the rain and the wetness. So we spent an afternoon in a washing box repairing and maintaining our bikes. The next place we stayed at was a nice cabin on the side of the lake. There was firewood and there was a place for the tent. The only thing was that the window above the door had broken. And since we wanted to take a swim in the lake and afterwards make a fire inside and warm up, we attempted some very on-the-fly repairs.
En er is pizza. Ja, sloop het. Fuck. Gelukkig hebben we nog een stukje.
And before you ask, yes, the tree was absolutely very dead.
Goh, jee. Ik heb mijn slipper gered. Ik heb mijn schoon. Oh, wat is dat koud.
Difficulty-wise, Norway was way more mellow than we were used to. So Wouter and I started taking the creative route way more often than we probably should have. Of course, we still needed to do our groceries, and we've been traveling for quite some time and actually only ever bought our groceries in small supermarkets. But this was a bigger town and a giant supermarket hall. And Wouter and I both live fairly rural, and especially after traveling for a while and not seeing anybody for quite a few days, this was quite an experience for us both.
Helemaal goed.
Daar is Snoep.
We zien je anders wel verschijnen. En anders
Daar is Marijn, die ook geïntimideerd is. Daar is nog meer Snoep. Nog heel veel meer Snoep. Daar is nog meer Snoep. Daar is nog meer Snoep. Oh ja, en hier in het midden staan ook nog allemaal torens met Snoep. Help.
After this whole ordeal and literally calling Luuk and Emma to ask what we should do, we'd continued on and found an amazing place next to a lake.
Dat is leuk. Absoluut. Maar ik denk wij kunnen dat wel. Ja, maar dit is een weg, hè? Dit is een beetje risky. Oh, dat is zo. Ik ga daar even kijken wat daar is, of het doodloopt of niet.
Dat er nog een is?
Ja, ik zie op de kaart dat het doodloopt, maar ik wil even weten hoe doodlopend is, zodat we de tentjes op het pad kunnen zetten eventueel. Nee, ik zag het maar. Het is ook leuk. Nice. Met uitzicht.
Ja.
Oh, die staat nog aan. Ja, take 1. Jezus.
Knap. Dat is heel
Ja,
knap.
dat komt omdat je er een liter benzine overheen hebt gemieterd.
Hooguit een halve liter.
Je bent daadwerkelijk een maniak.
Erfelijk belast.
Erfelijk belast. Today was also the day Wouter and I reached the 10,000 kilometers mark on our journey. And being the absolute legends they are, Luuk and Emma got us a cake with candles.
Daar is een hele vette op scherm. Dat doet de hele tijd dat wij niet rijden.
Sadly though, eventually all things come to an end, and so did our time traveling together with Luuk and Emma. We had an amazing 2 weeks together that both felt like a year, but were over in a heartbeat.
Hey, sorry voor de theezakjes.
As the two of us continued our journey together, we talked about all the good times we had, but also how it felt a bit weird traveling with the two of us again. We headed to a place we contacted a week ago to change Wouter's front tire. Our other tires were also pretty worn down, but we took the gamble of thinking that we would make it.
Thank you. Het is zo raar om die voorkant te zien bewegen zonder dat ik het stuur.
From here on, I'll keep things relatively brief, because we both kind of felt like our journey was over since we got back to the point we started our loop, and also we said our goodbyes to Luuk and Emma. And it's not that we didn't enjoy the riding, because that still was like, it was amazing. But, you know, it was more like getting home. The last 1,000-ish kilometers, I also started riding way more conservatively, because my rear brake was completely worn down and our tires also had lost quite some profile. So while we're waiting for the train, here's a map with the route we took. The German roads can be pretty dangerous. They will absolutely bore you to death. So with nothing else to do than to listen to music, we decided to have a drag race. Without our engine, of course.
Ja, oké, klaar? 3, 2, 1, go! Voor het eerst bij dat paaltje. Yes! Oh, we vallen op de Nee! Nee! Oh, dat was vals spelen.
The rest of our journey was mostly just regular roads and not really worth the effort of documenting. We both had a bit of a melancholy feeling, and it felt even a bit empty, like finishing a good book. If you would have asked me if I wanted to add another 2 months to this journey, I would have said yes in a heartbeat. So, as I sign off, I just want to thank you first for watching, and it's amazing to see all the responses. And well, I mean, you know this talk, you've heard it a million times, but it's really nice to have all my friends and family tell me they enjoy it, and also like a lot of strangers, and that's something I didn't expect. This journey really sparked something in me, and it's not a question of if I will go again, and it's not even a question of when I will go again, because I already planned the next journey. So if there is a moral to this story, I mean, there isn't, but if you take away anything, then, you know, just go. Get on your bike and try it. I mean, I know that's easier said than done, but it doesn't need to be big or expensive. It can be alone, it can be with friends, it can be on-road or off-road, it can be for a weekend or 2 months. Just hunt down that feeling you're looking for, be it excitement or freedom or sense of awe and wonder, or feeling so incredibly small on this beautiful little planet we have. Sorry for the ramble, but I hope it reaches someone who needs to hear it. For now, thank you so much for watching, truly, and enjoy this little compilation I made to top it all off.
Ja, ik gok dat het een trein is, maar ik weet het niet zeker. Ja, dat zou ik ook wel willen weten.